guys doing? Welcome to Phie.Love Intuitive Conversations. I hope you guys are good. Yeah? If you like my content, please do like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, if there's any negativity, if there's any hate, please do keep that on your side of the street, okay? It won't be acknowledged. So, family, in this video, I'm being urged, I'm being guided by Spirit to, okay, so if you're being guided to this video, okay, Spirit would like you to, well, the message is fix it yourself, okay? Spirit would like people to start taking more pride in being able to take the credit for fixing things within your life and your experience on your own, and to overcome the programming that everybody has been, it's like a spell, everybody's been put under, right? Across the board. Overcome the programming of always trying to, or needing to, or thinking you need to go and find somebody on the outside of you to do it. Someone on the outside of you to fix it. Overcoming the belief that, you know, you can trust someone on the outside more than you can trust yourself. And no longer putting any value on, you know, what you gain from learning how to do things yourself, from doing things yourself, fixing things yourself. Spirit wants you to start taking the credit for fixing things on your own, in your own life. Okay? This deep programming that's happened over time, especially within men, women as well. But within men, it's really eroded the energy of masculine accountability within society, right? And the masculine accountability is so important because it also encourages the women around to become more active in their own feminine energy, right? But what happens is they put everybody to sleep, put everybody under the spell and onto the dependence of convenience, right? Having people get comfortable in the damsel diva energy and mindset, and I mean that for men and women, right? Dropping men's testosterone because they no longer are in the energy of activity and action and accountability and building the energy and the frequency within themselves that collectively has them feeling like they're taking charge and in control of their families and society, right? Like all things, it's a layered issue. Now, moving back into the micro aspect of it, if there are things going on in your life, Spirit wants you to kind of remove the emotions, remove the ideas you have in your mind that are blowing the situation up and maybe putting you into a place of either procrastination or believing that you're incapable, or deactivating yourself from taking action for yourself, by yourself, right? Deactivating yourself from, or incapacitating yourself from being proactive and taking action. It builds you up, it builds your confidence, okay? It also expands you, it builds your skill and what you actually feel. It may not always be conscious, but adding to yourself in that way by doing and creating the pathways within your system, your energy, your your brain space, uh, your vibration. Just it transforms you, it grows you, and it also has you showing up within the collective energy as a stronger energy compared to others. It puts out also the energy of being the reliability energy, especially within men, right? Men are no longer curious, no longer, how to say, no longer taking pride. It's all been eroded. No longer taking pride in, their ability and what they possess naturally to fix things, to take accountability, to showcase, right? To showcase their ability and their capability, be it within their homes, be it within wherever that they exist in. Men have become complacent in the damsel diva energy, right? Under the spell of convenience. And in its own way, it's also sort of programmed women into also, how to say, it's deactivated women as well, and also sort of moved their programming into normalizing this chase for money, right? The convenience that money can bring, and no longer valuing the things that men require women to actually appreciate and value within them, so that they can also activate other aspects within the feminine energies, right? To want to support and contribute to that. It's all a give and take, and it's been designed in a way that allows for synchronicity and for expansion and for personal growth and growing of one another on a micro scale and on a collective macro scale, right? So start learning to become a little more curious. Start learning to activate those things within you again that actually build your confidence and your want, encourage yourself, your want to take action. This put to sleep and this, incapacitating and deactivating of men has also just, decreased their testosterone. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, maybe I did. But it also decreases the testosterone because the activity energy, the go-getter energy, right? The take charge energy is not being tapped into and utilized and valued by themselves and also by the feminine energy on the outside. It's all been put to sleep. It's all been made. It's been over time invalidated. It's been over time knocked down. So don't take for granted the opportunities you have in your life to build yourself and also activate the different aspects of you, right? That stimulate and grow other areas and affect you in more ways than just getting an activity done in the moment. Deprogram yourself from this inclination to always move towards convenience, the inclination towards the option that doesn't encourage you to think, to use your, to think and to problem solve and to get engaged and to actually actively use your hands and engage you and apply yourself, right? And learn and retain what you're learning. And grow also your understanding and your awareness by way of doing things on your own and not always relying on the know-how of something else or someone else on the outside. Sure, somebody might be a bank transfer and a phone call away, but sometimes, the little challenges or things, be it small or big, are put into our lives for us to work on and for us to overcome and for us to develop ourselves, right? Having a handyman around is not just about having a handyman to show off. All of that comes with an energy for him and for whoever it is around him, be it his family, be it his woman, I was going to say wife, but whoever it is, a man being able to take charge in that energy also just of being a handyman around the home. It's about the energy, not about the look of it, okay? And that energy, that accountable energy, that that energy of certainty and that energy of I can do, and this is my territory, right? It's not a beat your chest kind of thing. It's all the stuff that's been dormanted within people. And again, nobody educated and nobody made to value how those simple, they're big simple things have a bigger impact on the bigger ecosystem of how things are working among all of us within our spaces and society, outside of the system programming, right? So again, remove the emotions. If there are things in your life that you are feeling like you want to go and look to somebody else on the outside to do it, I don't care if it's legal, if it's paperwork, whatever it is. If you can do it by yourself, do it by yourself. Even if it means you have to exercise a little bit of patience and build your ability to endure and put a little bit more extra effort and get your activity juices and your learning juices flowing and your retention juices flowing again, by taking accountability and taking action on your own for things that you can do on your own. Okay, you're building an energy within you. It also helps raise your vibration. It elevates you. It puts you into a different category of energy and vibration within the bigger collective, okay, on the spectrum. You then, as you build certain aspects of yourself, you play a different role energetically in how you influence the rest of the collective below you on spectrum, and how you also build and, maneuver your pathway into the higher energy with other energies on the spectrum who might be residing a little higher than you at a specific moment in time. It's resonance, it's frequency, it's energy, right? It's consciousness, all of it. So understand that, there are bigger things at play. Encourage your children, especially your boys, right? Encourage them to get comfortable in being personally accountable and doing and active and inquisitive and fixing things and doing things and breaking things down and putting it all back together again. Encourage that within them, because it develops them in different areas of their lives. It builds their confidence in themselves, in their own decision making. It builds their ability to perceive and understand things, in a bigger way than what the system might just teach in a linear fashion. Okay. So hopefully it's triggered a few more extra ideas within you that I may not have covered in this in this video. Yeah. Don't just surrender because something is convenient. Don't just surrender because you're unconsciously comfortable in the damsel diva energy. Recognize recognize where your lifestyle and where you've sort of surrendered to all these things within society that have been made popular and programmed to you as convenient have actually, you know, deactivated you in other areas. Dependency and reliance and all those things, that kind of stuff translates in male energy as a feminine energy, right? Even though it's not to put women down, to say that you're dependent and that you're reliant, but in the male energy, that kind of stuff, that kind of, and you know, that kind of mindset and existing in that kind of being and energy translates in the spiritual realm as feminine energy, right? And again, we're not looking here for you to move now into a place where you're beating your chest and doing all kinds of things. No, we're simply saying take accountability. If you can fix it on your own, fix it on your own. Build your confidence and build your skill, build your trust within yourself. Build your energy, build your conscience, build your awareness. Build your own capacity to feel confident with how it is that you're moving within your life and the decisions that you're taking. To the point that, you know, relying on somebody else on the outside becomes the last resort. Okay? So, I'm gonna leave it there, family. And, yeah, just take some time to consider it all a little more on a different level, and try and see it all in the bigger scheme of things, right? And yeah, confidently take your steps forward one step at a time. There's no need to be performative about anything. If you're focused on yourself and what you have going on, you don't really need to care about what's going on the outside, or what someone else on the outside thinks, or what you think someone else may think that you look like doing something when you know what it is you're doing, right? Just do and be done with it. Remove the emotions, remove all the drama energy, remove the things that make you blow the stuff up. Just focus on what needs to be done, what you can do now. What can you do now? What can't you do now? What needs to wait? What is the pathway to getting something done or fixing something, right? It'll all work out fine at the end. And if you make a mistake, that's okay. You're learning. Do it again. Don't be pressured by time, and don't worry. Stop worrying about what other people think and what other people are doing. Just stay focused on yourself, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna pull a card today from the Miracle Cards by Marianne Williamson, okay? And excuse me. And see what Spirit has to support our conversation, or give somebody who's watching our video a nudge in a specific direction, okay? Let's see. Spirit, man, please have one part to support our conversation. Thank you. Okay, more quickly. Personal growth. Okay. Fixing it yourself, doing it yourself, it's all going to build you up personally. It contributes to your personal growth. You'll be wiser and more equipped and more confident and more understanding, and exist in a more confident and solid energy and vibration than what you were the day before, right? Start being eager to take credit for fixing things in your own life, and not always just handing the credit over to somebody else, and, you know, unconsciously, indirectly telling yourself that you can't do it all, treating yourself in a way that says you're useless or incapable, right? Indirectly, by always shifting the uh, shifting the capability and the solution and the action of it to somebody else, right? Anyway, let's see what the card says. Personal growth can be painful. I mean, we grow through the pain, right? Because it can make us feel ashamed and humiliated to face our own darkness. Again, this is not something that's supposed to tear you down, break you down, or make you feel some kind of way, okay? It's meant to just allow you to take a moment to look at yourself and maybe wake up and recognize where you've become complacent, where you've put yourself to sleep, where you know, where you can do more, do better for yourself by just being in your full ability and capacity and potential. And just by being that, not performative about it, you'll naturally affect others around you positively in a good way. That will also, encourage them to become active in aspects of themselves that synchronize and work well with you. Okay. But our spiritual goal is the journey out of fear-based, painful mental habit patterns to those of love and peace. I'll read that again. Personal growth can be painful because it can make us feel ashamed and humiliated to face our own darkness. But our spiritual goal is the journey out of fear-based, painful mental habit patterns to those of love and peace. Okay, so just don't let this video be something that makes you judge yourself and knock yourself down, please. It's supposed to build you up, it's supposed to encourage you, and gently allow you to look at yourself, and gently encourage you to be courageous. And if you have something going on in your life, if you're considering getting somebody on the outside to take something over, or be the solution, or fix something for you, Spirit's guiding you and urging you to try and rely on yourself, trust yourself, and fix it yourself. Okay? Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, family. I managed to keep it short today. And I'll see you in the next video, okay?